The buzz is bees are back, and the Barnstable County Beekeepers Association is doing its part to protect bee populations on Cape Cod.
We are a group of probably around 400 members, 400 beekeepers across the Cape. Even we spill off the Cape too. We meet monthly, and our purpose is to foster beekeeping, good beekeeping on Cape Cod.
Every January, the group starts their annual Bee School, an interactive lecture series that teaches prospective beekeepers everything they need to know to build and sustain a beehive.
We basically teach them the very basics of beekeeping, how best to get started, the type of equipment they need. We have access to packages of bees so that they can start it. Tonight is going to be, we're going to talk about the life cycle, what actually goes on in the hive, probably the most exciting part of beekeeping.
We have this awesome book that they gave us the first class, and honestly, I've found myself reading it probably 3-4 times over already, and him too.
Oh yeah.
At dinner he takes it out and flips through it and reads a different page each time, and it's just incredible the things that you just never knew about bees.
Bees have met their challenges over the years, from parasitic mites to fewer foraging areas from pesticides. But BCBA says the bees are doing better than ever.
The bees are doing great because the beekeepers are doing great. I think a lot of people start out with, I want to help the bees, and I think that is the reason why we see a complete decline in the plight of the bees, is because more people have gotten involved and active.
We benefit so much from bees. And the more you research into what they actually do for us, and we realize their importance, without them we wouldn't survive.
It's really wonderful to give back to nature by supporting the bees. One of my neighbors the other day told me, he said, I think I had one of your bees visiting the other day when it was warm.
We need folks to keep bees because we need them for pollination. There's over 90 crops across our country that require some form of pollination.
But you don't have to become a beekeeper to help the bees.
People that even don't do beekeeping have taken a greater interest in maybe not using so many pesticides or using more natural pesticides, companion planting.
It would be nice to have a balance. It doesn't have to be a lot more beekeepers, but we also need just folks to have a nice garden, to get rid of their green lawns, keep their dandelions, keep their clover, and just more foraging for the honeybees that are out there.
The Barnstable County Beekeepers Association hosts a series of events throughout the year, like the Meet Your Local Farmer in Harwich and the Honey House at the Barnstable County Fair. It's a way for them to share their love of beekeeping and inspire others to get involved.
I want to see more people get involved with beekeeping. 1, because it's fun. 2, because it helps the environment. 3, it also gives us more plants and vegetables and makes the environment better.
When you go in and you see your queen laying and you see what goes on in the hive, they're the most fascinating creatures available.
The bees are just really very neat.
If you'd like to learn more, visit barnstablebeekeepers.org. For Cape Media News, I'm Gabrielle Rawson.